Today I'm going to teach you how to draw Ultra Instinct Goku like a pro artist. Just before we start, I want to make it clear that if I'm explaining too fast for you, you can always pause the video whenever you need to. I just didn't want it to be a 20 minutes video. Let's start. So we are going to start by drawing a simple circle which will be the base of Goku's face. And try to make the circle as symmetrical as possible. Now we'll draw a straight guideline in the middle of the circle. This guideline will help us later on place all the facial features. And we will connect the bottom of this guideline to the sides of the circle by drawing two diagonals on each side. This will create Goku's jaw. And then we will draw two horizontal guidelines, one in the middle of the face and the other in the middle of the face. Now we will draw the ears as curved lines on the side of the face. And we will draw the neck right below them as two slightly curved lines. And again, we will use curved lines to draw the traps, which is this muscle. And we will draw two big circles as his shoulders, and don't worry, we will change it later on. Right now, it's here just so we will understand the proportions of the body. And I just want to make it clear that if you want to change something and you think something should look different, feel free to change it. At the end of the day, it is your drawing. And as you can see, I drew the collarbone just as a line with this little thing in the middle. And I also drew these two things that I always forget what they called, and you can draw them as two cylinders that start from the collarbone. Now we will use an eraser to reduce the darkness of the pencil lines, and in that way the drawing will be cleaner and it will be much easier to draw the details. And if we are talking about details, let's draw the wrinkle in the center of the face when the two guidelines meet. And we will draw the eyebrows as two parallel diagonals, and we will connect them with a short line. And right under the eyebrows, we will draw two weird rectangles for the eyes. Now for the pupils, we will draw two half circles under the eyebrows with a small dot in the middle. And under the eyes, we will draw the cheekbones as, you guessed it, curved lines. And this is it for the eyes. Let's move on to the nose. It's very difficult to simply explain how to draw the nose. So I will draw it and you just follow what I do, and if it doesn't look good the first time, you can always erase it and draw it again and even again. And now that we finished the nose, we can draw the mouth. Just a short line under the nose with a small curve in the middle. And we can also draw the chin as an even smaller curved line. A lot of curved lines we have here. Now let's add these curved lines above the eyes, and this is it for the face. And we can draw the outline of the face again. And before we move on to the hair, I'll give you a small challenge. Try to count the amount of times I said curved lines in this video and write it down below in the comments. And the first right answer will be mentioned in the next video. Now let's start the hair. I can't explain how to draw Goku's hair because it's just a lot of random shapes. So I'll draw it and you just follow what I do. And if it doesn't look good, you can erase it 1, 2, or even 5 times until you are satisfied with how it looks. Do it slowly without rushing, and I promise to you that at the end it will be great. And remember that it doesn't need to look exactly like what I did. Everyone has his own unique style. And now, let's start. I really hope it wasn't too difficult for you, and now we can move on to Goku's body. Let's start from drawing these curved lines under the collarbone. This will connect later on to the chest. Now we'll move on to the shoulders. We will start from the end of the traps and we will draw two huge shoulders like this. Now let's add these lines under the shoulders. These lines will separate the shoulders from the rest of the body. And now we can draw the pecs. Each pec is made by 3 diagonals that start from the bottom of the shoulder and connect with the other pec in the middle of the body. And then we can add the middle line between the pecs. And if you want, you can add some striations because it just looks dope. Now we will move on to the abs. We will start from drawing a straight line that starts under the chest, and then we will split this line into 2 curved lines. Then we will draw 1 short vertical line and 2 short horizontal lines, and this is it. Goku now has abs. Now we will start the lats. First, let's draw a curved line that starts under the shoulder, and then we will draw a straight line under the chest, and finally we will repeat this process on the other side. And I also decided to add more striations in the chest. Now we will finish the shoulders by drawing these 2 curved lines, and we will start the arms. I can't explain how to draw the arms line by line, so just follow me, but it's supposed to be pretty simple. And if you want me to make a video about drawing arms or just about anatomy, tell me about it in the comments down below. I decided to make the neck a bit thicker because I thought it looked better, and if you want, feel free to do it as well. So this is it for the body. I just added a few more striations and this is it. Oh yes, and for the ears, just use this picture as a reference because you probably can't see what I did. And last thing I want to add before we start the inking is a little bit of details in the hair and a few stretches on Goku's body and face. And now we can start the inking. I would recommend you to use a black pen because it looks much more professional. When you ink the drawing, you need to do it as slow as possible and you cannot rush it. If you mess up here, you can potentially ruin the entire drawing. So just do it slowly and carefully. And now that we finished the inking, we can erase all the pencil lines and we can start the coloring. Now, as you can see, I'm using alcohol markers. If you don't have alcohol markers, first go check out the video I made about the best alcohol markers in the market, and you can use pencils or any other material to color your drawing. We will start from coloring the skin. First we will color using the brightest color, and then we will add darker colors. If you're using the Ohuhu markers, these are the colors I'm using to color the skin. By the way, I want to tell you about a big project I'm working on in the last couple of weeks. I'm building my own online shop where you can buy high quality prints of my art and also some original drawings I made. For example, this original Ultra Instinct Goku drawing will be available to buy. Now, the shop is not yet ready, but at the second it will be ready, I will make sure to tell you about it. And I promise to you, there are going to be some crazy discounts, so make sure to stay tuned. Now that we finished the skin, we will color the hair. I'm going to use some very light blue colors in order to give the hair some depth, but I'm going to keep most of it white. And these are the colors I'm using to color the hair. And I'm going to use a light blue pencil to give the hair some extra depth and also to add some glowiness to Goku's body by coloring the outlines of his muscles. And as you can see, I'm using a red pencil to add some blood on his body, and I'm using a light blue marker to draw the aura. So this is it. I really hope you like it, and if you want me to give you feedback, you can share this drawing on my Discord server or tag me on my Instagram. All links are down below.